February 20th, 2025, and this video is called What Happens If a Tornado Hits a BSL 4 Biosafety Level 4 Research Lab. Now what's going to happen is Pandora's box will be opened. These buildings are Pandora's box. Now what are these BSL 4 laboratories? They are biosafety level 4 highly secure facilities that study dangerous pathogens and toxins. This is actually what the scary movies were made about. But this is not fiction. This is real. Now the reason why I bring this up is the other day I uploaded this documentary series from Jesse Ventura, and it was about Plum Island. And for some reason, it got blocked. Now, a couple people I see who did watch it. I'm one of them. I see someone put a like on it, but it did say blocked worldwide. But I don't know if anybody could see it on the list, because how in the world could it have 5 views? Because if I look on some of my other videos here, I got other videos that are ineligible because of copyrights. Same thing, but look at these videos. This is what my average is. I don't know if I'm shadow banned or what, but I usually get maybe 100 views on a video. This one's got 6,200 views. But they totally blocked this one because of the copyright, they're saying, worldwide. So that's that. That's why I'm doing this video, because I cannot sometimes upload. I cannot cover what Jesse Ventura is covering. So I kind of try to make my own version, which I try to put some info out there, but I can't do it like these guys that are the experts that are doing this. So that's why I like to upload some videos that are either public domain, or hey, if I can't monetize, I could still put it up there if it's worth doing. And that one I tried, and it seems like they're blocking it. So they're trying to, I just don't think the subject they don't want to be covered on YouTube. But keep this in mind. The Fiduti, maybe that's what it is, scale, is how they measure tornadoes, right? How tornadoes are rated. And it might have been updated because some of the numbers don't jive on some of the info that I did bring up. But look at this one. You could have an EF enhanced Fujita from a 0 to a 5, which was anywhere from 65 miles per hour to over 200 miles an hour. Damage is either light to devastating, and the EF5 is incredible, is what they're saying. Now keep in mind, if a tornado should hit one of these facilities, that's Pandora's box that will be opened. So first of all, who is splicing this DNA is what I'd like to know, and why. Because if you have these deadly pathogens, why would you even mess with this stuff? So DNA splicing or recombinant DNA technology involves cutting and recombining the DNA from different sources to create new genetic sequences. In virology, this technique is used to study viruses, how they can infect, replicate, and cause disease by modifying their genomes. This is playing God. And remember what they say, you play with matches, you get burned. While this can theoretically be done to create new viruses, the purpose of legitimate scientific settings, including these labs, is typically research-driven to understand the viral mechanisms, developing diagnostics, or designing vaccines or treatments. Now, this is a video you should look up. This is about that Plum Island. Deadly disease lab coming to Kansas. And this is in 2010. Research at Plum Island has been considered so dangerous it has been banned to its offshore location near the coast of Long Island. Is this incredible? Long Island is like this highly populated city or living area. Now Plum Island's replacement facility is coming to Kansas. Now these BSL-4 laboratories in the United States, it says that there's a small number of them. These labs are designed to handle the most dangerous pathogens such as Ebola and Marburg viruses, and both with rigorously safety standards including structural resilience to natural disasters. This is where those tornadoes come in. Now, the current operational labs include the CDC in Atlanta, the U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Diseases, Fort Detrick in Frederick, Maryland, Southwest Foundation for Biomedical Research, San Antonio, Texas, National Emerging Infectious Disease Laboratories in Boston, Massachusetts, the National Bio and Agro Defense Facility in Manhattan, Kansas. Additional facilities, the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston, Texas, also has these capabilities, and historically Plum Island Animal Disease Center in New York operated at a high containment level but wasn't full BSL-4 human pathogen lab, but has since been decommissioned. That's why they want to do this new one. Now, the tornado activity around these labs, check this out. Most tornadoes are in Tornado Alley, right? That stretch from Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and the Dakotas, but they occur nationwide. This is assessment of the tornado history around these labs. Atlanta, Georgia. A notable event was on March 14, 2008. They had an EF2 that struck Atlanta. This was about 5 to 10 miles from the CDC's main campus. Significant damage. Frederick, Maryland. This one hit in 1998. This one was 20 miles east of Fort Detrick. This one had a wind of up to 206 miles per hour, 20 miles away from Fort Detrick, where this biolab is. San Antonio, Texas, Biomedical Research Institute. This one was an EF5. This is one of the top ones, 100 miles northeast. It was the deadliest in Texas history. Boston, Massachusetts. This one was in 2011, the Springfield tornado. This was an EF3. This was 90 miles west of Boston. Manhattan, Kansas. This one was in 2013. This was 2.6 miles wide, EF3. It was 200 miles from the lab. In 2008, the Chapman tornado was an EF4. This was near the NBAF site. Galveston, Texas. May 16th, 1989, Gerald tornado, EF4, was 150 miles inland. Then you have flooding events. Texas flooding. What if these things are flooded? These things aren't 100% sealed. Plum Island, 1989. The Hamden tornado was 200 miles northwest of Plum Island. It says that the island itself has no recorded tornado hits. That's yesterday. What happens if it happens tomorrow? Okay, what is in these laboratories? These are highly secure facilities that study dangerous pathogens and toxins, stuff that kills us. Now, the BSL 4 research laboratory is the highest level of biocontainment design, the highest level you could have to handle the most dangerous and exotic pathogens, those that pose a severe risk to human health, have no known treatments or vaccines, and can be often transmitted through aerosols. These labs are built to study agents like Ebola, Marburg, Lassa fever viruses, and other highly lethal and contagious microbes. Now, this is very interesting here. This is a list of the known operational BSL 4 labs in the United States, with their map locations, city and state, based on public information as of today, 2025. This is what is interesting. Note that exact addresses are often not disclosed for security reasons, so they'll provide just general city locations. But if you go just on Google and search the NBAF, the National Bio and Agro Defense Facility, look at this. The National Bio and Agro Defense Facility is a biosafety level 4 research laboratory in Manhattan, Kansas. This is the one that they're building that replaces Plum Island. The facility opened in June 2023. The facility is designed to combat biological threats involving human, zoonotic, and foreign animal diseases. This is what blows me away. They give you the address of it. 1980 Denison Avenue, Manhattan, Kansas. They even give you the zip code, 66502. And if you want, you can go right on the Google map and find where it's at. I always like reading the comments on these, but there's no comments. This is nutso. There it is. Looks like, what are these? I don't know what that is. Could these are like the pens maybe for the animals? Or who knows? Look at this. Maybe they're burying this stuff in the ground. Maybe not. That's a bridge. Okay. Let's look at this. I didn't get a chance to look at this, but it is kind of strange that they have this dirt over here. Maybe they got the animals just roaming around here. This looks like a fence right here. But most of that stuff is being done in these laboratories over here. But look at this. Would you love to live over here? Right across the street, where it's across the street from a BSL 4 lab. Now, while tornadoes have struck near US BSL 4 labs, particularly in tornado-prone states like Kansas and Texas, there's no historical record of tornado directly damaging or causing a biosafety breach at one. This is the Pandora's box, because they're saying it hasn't happened yet. So what happens when it does happen? If you get that EF5 doing about 250 miles an hour, blowing it apart. Pandora's box. It's the metaphor for something that brings about great troubles and misfortune.